Now, ask yourself this question. Would you rather have a naked, ordinary, flavorless chip, or a chip covered in dip so hot it makes you sweat just looking at it? Hello everybody, welcome back in the kitchen. I am your host, JT Bear, and today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite things to do. I love chips, which ended up in me loving making chip dips, and I have learned some pretty simple but pretty fabulous flavors. So here we go with one of them. This one's really basic. Join in, make it along with me, make it afterwards, but you're going to be making it either way. So let's get started. So seriously, making a show-stopping dip is one of the easiest things in the kitchen to do. And in this case, I'm going with corn chips, so I'm going to be starting with sour cream, adding some home minced garlic. This has been topped up since we actually dried our own. Some ground turmeric, not ours. Some parsley flakes, not ours. Some black pepper, because yeah. And we all know what's in this jar, don't we? But for those who are new here, this is an assortment of 27 varieties of stupidly hot peppers that I'm starting to run out of, so really excited that spring and summer are coming. Let's get started on this. Normally I'd just do this by hand, but I'm feeling super lazy today, so we're going to use the mini food processor. I'm going to get a good amount of sour cream in here. Basically as much as you want to make for dip, right? It's not going to get much bigger than this. And that ought to do it for us for now. Now the turmeric is really what makes this, as far as its flavor, followed closely by the black pepper. My hot peppers are just kind of a guest star in this show. You're going to want to put in basically as much as you want. There are no measurements with this. Surprise, it's Bear in the Kitchen, so of course there are no measurements. But, as always, just kind of do it to taste. I'm giving you a basic guideline here. The video is a guide, people. It's just a guide. So, minced garlic, parsley flakes. Now, I'm going to have to grind this up, I'll spare you that. And with that much turmeric, I'm going to want to put in a very healthy amount of black pepper, because those are the two main flavors that I want in this. And then, as always, the suspicious yellow covered jar of hot pepper pain that I love so much. Now, thanks to our little food processor here. Well, that was 30 seconds of noise you didn't need to hear. But basically, now I have my dip. Need to pull it off of the food processor here, but there we go. Not too bad. Now that's a little thin for my taste, so I'm going to want to thicken that up. If this were a potato chip, I'd probably use a little mayonnaise for this. But it's corn chips, so I'm going to go with cream cheese because, you know, nacho chips should have cheese. That's just like how it's supposed to be. Alright, run that through one more time, and this will be ready to go. Now that I've got that nicely mixed up, I'm just going to transfer it to a bowl to let it sit in the fridge until we're ready to go. Now that this is set enough for me to be too impatient to let it set any longer, I'm just going to take a dip of that. It's a little thinner than I'd like, but let's check the flavor, shall we? It's pretty easy to tell where I went wrong with that dip, and that's what I get for trying something new, I suppose, which is completely against my whole kitchen philosophy, but normally I'd just whip that together with a fork. I figured I'd be quick today, and I'd use the little mini food processor, and that just liquefied my sour cream. So, if you're going to make this at home, I recommend make it with a fork. You know, do as I say, not as I do. Alright everybody, thanks for watching today. I hope you're going to give something like this a try. Chip dips are super easy, and they beat the tar out of just a plain old chip. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day.